You are officially in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. To you live from Detroit, Michigan, USA. You are officially in my house, and I am your host, T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Well, tonight is a very, very special show because it marks the first anniversary week since the show aired live in 2014. Go figure. And I am so grateful to God that I am over the flu and I can talk again because, hey, I was out for a hot minute. But the show kept going. So it has been a great year for the In My House Techno. I call it techno and house. Some people call it music. Whichever goes, it's still all music. So we had 52 episodes. Mostly all of them were successfully recorded. Hundreds of behind-the-scene photos that were captured and shared. 79 countries actually tuned in, and the #1 fan base, believe it or not, is age 45 to 54, of which 65% are men. I'm like, I don't know, do I have something to do with the men loving the show? I don't know, but it sounds good. I am also proud to say that tonight's show, I have the honor of having my man DJ Trump Tight on, who actually put together the In My House music show theme. So we're going to talk. He's got some true stories to tell. We're going to go and talk about some old school stuff as well. And he's going to share a little bit more. Plus, a relatively new face around town, Quinton Morgan, a.k.a. JQ Morgan. That's his name on Facebook. He is here to share his true stories. Now, I have a special situation. This is an anniversary, and normally for anniversaries you get gifts, right? So I am the proud owner of a gift from my my newfound best friend ever, Mr. Maurizio Dami, aka Alexander Robotnik. You all saw him last year a couple of times on the Skype interview that I was so gracious that he accommodated me with that. And throughout our conversations, we discovered our birthdays are a day apart, blah, blah, blah. And in my hand, I am holding, and I couldn't wait to look at it, to unveil a gift from him today. It's called Anniversary Gift. And what's in here is a release of his new CD, and this is from the Analog Sessions. I can't wait to listen to it when I get home, and it's called Black Ground, the Analog Sessions. See on here, My Dream, Wild Elections, blah, 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 blah. And I'm so excited. And guess what? He even signed it. Oh, shoot! I feel so special. And also this week, I am really happy with all the love that I've been getting throughout Facebook. And I actually got calls and talks to, and I talked to Derek. Believe it or not, I talked to Derek May this week. I talked to Juan this week. I talked to Kevin today. So I feel validated now. I talked to the founders of this thing that we love. So you know what? I'm going to stop talking. Now let's get ready to experience this week's episode of the In My House Techno Music Show. I am your host, T. Carlita, and we're going to listen to a little bit of Howling by Amy, whatever his name is. Sorry, he's from Australia. Ry Cuming, Howling. We'll be back with DJ Trump Tight.
Hot nights coming, keep the car running, and a finger
live from Detroit, Michigan. This Sunday night, January 18th, Martin Luther King holiday weekend, it's the one-year anniversary party for the Techno music show In My House at the all-new Benjo's Complex, 928 West McNichols in Detroit. Doors open at 8 p.m. and it's free admission. Donations are accepted at the door. Come get your dance on with some of the hottest party DJs. DJ Didi, DJ Reggie Reg TM, Raybone Jones, Derek Thompson aka Drivetrain with MC 64, and Stacy Hot Wax Hale. Hosted by In My House producer T. Carlita. This is a celebration for everyone who's been on the show. It's going to be a great one-year anniversary party for In My House. So load up the party buses and come get your dance on. This Sunday, January 18th, Martin Luther King holiday weekend at the all-new Benjo's Complex, 928 West McNichols, west of Woodward in Detroit. Free admission and a complimentary pasta bar from 8 to 9 p.m. with your donation to keep In My House on the air. We'll see you there. For more info, call 313-516-9548. That's 313-516-9548. Or email inmyhouse65@gmail.com. That's inmyhouse65@gmail.com. We'll see you at Benjo's this Sunday.
I did give you a buffer, sorry. What's up, Trump tight?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on with you?
I like to say that. Trump tight.
Yeah, me too.
TZ. Oh, sheezy. No, just kidding. All right, let me behave. Anniversary party. We having a good old time up in here.
Right.
But first of all, I want to say welcome to the show, and I have to say this. Thank you so much for putting that In My House music show theme song together.
Oh, yeah.
I put the call out, and you was like, I got you.
Right.
And I'm like, all right. And it's been playing for a whole year.
Yeah, it's a whole year now.
Today, exactly. Ain't that
1 year.
something you
Yes,
came on
yes,
today?
yes.
That is so
1
cool.
year.
Plus, I also have to thank you as well, too. I know that you mix, and we're going to get in all of that stuff, but you have an association with Hump the Grinder and Hair Wars, too. You've done mixes for different stylists, my daughter included.
Right.
That was fun.
Right.
Just give me the songs. I got this. And he usually gets them exactly right on the first take. That is so amazing. How do you know how to do that?
Well, first of all, it takes a ear for what you're doing. And it's not just the ear, but you also have to have an eye for what you're doing.
Okay.
So when you can bring your ear and your eye coordination together, I've had times where people have came for me to do Hair Wars tapes for them, and doing it like they wanted me to do it, it wasn't going to work. So I would do two versions. I would do what they asked me to do.
Right.
And I would do what I would do if it was for me.
Okay.
And they usually chose the method that I chose. So it's all about the coordination.
Okay, all right. So speaking of coordination and, music, everything is artistic. Nowadays it's all art, right? So there's art. I think there's an art to DJing, and it's very important, like you said, to know what goes with what. So what is the art behind it as far as knowing what to mix and what to play, what not to play? What is involved in that for you?
Well, we have this word us DJs use that we learned during our record pool days, and it's called programming. So the object is to control with the songs you play. You want to build up to a certain point. You want to stop, slow it down, start all over again. But you want to make the music flow so smooth that you don't kill your dance floor. Mm-hmm. It's not just a dance floor, but as a DJ, when you're trying to break a new record, it's like people are pretty scared of something that's new. So you have to find a real slick, smooth way to be able to sandwich that record in between two records and maintain your dance floor. Mm-hmm. Your dance floor is very important. So that's the key.
And we were talking. You just mentioned the record pool days. I had Earl Mixon McKinney on here last year, and we talked about record pool. So let's talk about the record pool days for a minute here, and what impact it had on the industry for DJs back then, and how has that being part of, played a part in what you're doing right now?
Excuse me. The record pools was probably the most instrumental tool that a DJ had above and beyond his Techniques 1200s, because in the record pool we learn programming, we learn how to play music, we learn that as DJs we can make or we could break people's career. It's not just taking a song and playing a song, but it's how you play the song. So a lot of times, you know, a DJ would play a song and they would say, okay, the people ain't like that song is whack. We was taught to question ourselves, is it the song or is it the way that you played it?
Wow, okay.
Because that makes a big difference on how you play a record. So now you got guys with 60,000 MP3 files and they go up in the party and they lost. They got too much music. So it was a different breed. When we had the record pools, we had guidance and we had leadership. I could go to my pool directors, DJ LaRock or Tyrone Bradley. If I needed a song for a mixtape, they would get on the phone. They would get that song for me. We also had real good relationships with the artists, because the artists would come to the record pool, so everybody knew each other. We had relationships. All of that is gone now. It's gone.
Yep, I know Hump would share stories about, you know, guys that would come to the record pool, because he even told stories like, you know, Beyonce, or before they became famous and who they are. You know, Beyonce came and sat on the steps, and like you said, make or break in the relationship. Proof. He even shared stories how Proof used to be down there so much he didn't know if he was a DJ or artist. He just used to hang out, right?
Every week.
And I know when I first, you know, connected with, you know, with Hair Wars and Hump, and I even wasn't a DJ, but I used to get a kick out of, what you bring in? What y'all get today? You know, go over there and go in the basement. Tyrone, what up, man? Go in that basement, man. Pick up your stuff, and it's like, go to work. It's like it's Christmas every month, right? Or whatever.
I mean, every Thursday, because it took me like 2 years to get in the record pool, because I had Tyrone's number, Tyrone Bradley, but I would just, you know, call from time to time. I see the number and I call. And I just happened to call one day. It was a Thursday, which was the call day. You know, and we talked. I asked him, do you have any openings? He was like, yeah. And I got in the record pool, and from there the whole game changed, because it's like right now today, if one person get a hot song, every DJ in the world got it. It's an MP3 file out there on the internet. But when you only got 50, 60 pieces of this vinyl, and you one of the ones that's lucky enough to get this vinyl, that puts you over the top of another DJ, because we going playing these same records that people are hearing on the radio that's new, actually before the radio is playing them.
Yeah, I remember that too.
So it was certain records that I had. I went to the club, I played them, in particular Usher, P.D. Pablo, Freak a Leak. I know I played them real sweet. People walked off the dance floor, but that's the thing.
2 weeks later, they
I told
requested it on the air.
I told them 1 week, y'all gonna be asking me to play those same songs, but I still played those songs twice. Even though they walked off the first time, I played it again. So the next time when they come and they hear me play, and I tell them, you're gonna be liking this, they gonna know that I know what I'm talking about based on my ear for music.
And the other part too, with the vinyl, you guys, and that's the other thing, you guys had a way of playing records, because you would play something, a different version, and I'm like, that don't sound like the same record. Or if you played the version, we'll go to Damon's or Shanique's or Kendrick's and go try to buy it, and we'd be in there humming it, and the guy's like, but they just played it at the club last night. And it'd be like, damn, that's a whole different version.
Exactly.
I love that part.
Especially when it came to like techno music, because you know Detroit, you know, you had Gary Chandler and them. Gary Chandler and them just turned us out on taking the R&B acapella and running it over a basstronic instrumental or a soul waves or something like that. And that's like a Detroit classic thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes. So let's talk about something that's really fun. Dealing with promoters and venues. Now we know how it used to be and how it was and how it is. Has it changed? Is it the same, or what is that relationship now with the DJs? And you know,
it's changed drastically, and unfortunately for the worse. Because you have guys who they don't really have the knowledge of what it really takes to promote a party. And any type of business you're doing, that business is going to be built on relationships. So the way I look at it, if you hire a DJ to come and do your function, you let that DJ do your thing. But when it's 9 o'clock and nobody's going to get to the club till 11:30, and the promoter comes to you at 10 o'clock telling you to play Young Jeezy, which don't make sense, or either your best records, you know, he got you up in there, he wants you busting your guns early, and then by the time the people get there, you got to play those same songs again. So this is what has pit us as DJs against each other, and have promoters, you know, pitting us against each other, because if we're going to keep playing these same songs, why should somebody pay me $500 to play the same songs that somebody else can play on the laptop computer for $50? So this is what the party scene has been reduced to through our relationships with the promoters. There's just absolutely no respect for the DJ amongst promoters no more.
Wow. That's really unfortunate, because you as the DJ really make a difference and impact the industry as a whole, not just the dance floor, but music being bought, listened to, or liked or unliked, right?
Or not just that. It depends on the scene that you're in, because I mean, if you're dealing with a bar and you DJing in a bar, the owner of the bar, whoever's promoting the party, they don't want you to keep people on the dance floor. You want to get them out there, get them a little thirsty, but you gotta move that bar. And a lot of guys go up in the bar and they get to cutting and scratching, and they all off into their own world, but the bartenders is leaning back with their arms folded. So that's a failed situation.
Right. So that's why I call it the art of DJing. You got to know how to keep the party moving, keep the promoter happy, keep the bar happy, and then keep yourself working. Yeah.
And everybody is not going to be happy. You know, even with the patrons, you're going to have at least one that's not going to like you, but it's a majority thing. If you can get the majority, you cool with them, you roll with that.
Wow. So let's talk about new technologies.
Okay.
You know, we talked about MP3s and things like that. How has it impacted you as a DJ? You know, coming from crates, vinyl, the whole 9 yards.
Well, it's going to be an impact, because first of all, it's not just the music business, it's business period. So it's like every job, every hustle known to man is oversaturated with people, and whenever anything is oversaturated, you got something that's serious, you got something that's not so serious. So you have some guys that's serious that don't really have the equipment, and I'm here to encourage them and tell them they keep grinding and they serious about it, they'll make it happen. Then you have others who might have the money to go and buy all the equipment, but they will never appreciate it like somebody that grinded up on it. So with the modern technology, you got controllers, and you got these things called controllers with the little platters and all that, and you know, guys that's using that, and you got some of us older guys that still like our Techniques 1200s. So you got the guys using the 1200s that wants to down the guys that's using the controllers. You got the younger DJs coming in. The older disgruntled DJs don't want to reach out a helping hand and pull up the new DJs, you know. And it's like they want to keep them up under them, admiring them. And I think the object is to take those younger DJs. Let's put them on our shoulders and let them see stronger, because the technology is for them. We have to look at it. We're on our way out the game. They coming in. So if this is what's going to be standard in their time, don't let that divide you as a DJ.
Right. Well, you know, Trump, you always been straight up, and I admire you, and I like really. Before I even had the honor of meeting you face to face, I had always listened to your music and your mixes, because, you know, I have a son that dances, so he really puts me up on a lot of the, you know, mixed music anyway. And, you know, I really appreciate you for coming on the show. So how can people reach you and get in touch with you?
Well, first and off the top, I've had the same cell phone number for 15 years.
What? Who does that?
Me. And I don't plan on changing it. That number is 313-247-8869. And also I am on Facebook, DJ Trump Tight Walls, Twitter, Instagram, all that. I'm not hard to find, so any social media.
Wow. And in honor of you being here, you know how we used to dig through the records to look for something classic?
Right.
Well, I had to dig through my cases. I actually have DJ Trump Tights, the classic house mix, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I still have them, and I still play them in my car to this day. When did this stuff come out? A long time ago.
I don't know.
So that's what we're gonna thank you again for coming. Weather permitted, and it wasn't no freeze over today.
Right.
So Hump the Grinder over there going to cue us up, and we're going to listen to a little bit of number one. All right, Trump. Thanks a lot.
House,
hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
DJ Trump type, the classic house mix.
I feel good, like I knew that I would know. I'm gonna catch you. Ooh. So please don't stand in my way. I'm alright, just leaving the past far behind. Your love, you're feeling kind. I don't like believing, so I'm lonely and around your door. I keep on running and running to you. You need somebody for loving and loving and loving now till the end. With your love, my heart feels so fine anyway. I find myself deep inside. Got a hole and try and feel alright anyway. Just think about you making love. I'm gonna catch a baby, baby, baby. 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 I'm gonna catch a baby. On my way, so please don't ask me to stay. I will try to forget every face left behind when love is by my side. I don't like believing, so I'm lonely and round I go. I'll keep on running and running to you. You need somebody for loving and loving and loving now till the end.
Live from Detroit, Michigan. This Sunday night, January 18th, Martin Luther King holiday weekend, it's the 1-year anniversary party for the Techno music show In My House at the all-new Benjo's Complex, 928 West McNichols in Detroit. Doors open at 8 p.m. and it's free admission. Donations are accepted at the door. Come get your dance on with some of the hottest party DJs. DJ Didi, DJ Reggie Reg TM, Raybone Jones, Derek Thompson aka Drivetrain with MC 64, and Stacy Hot Wax Hale, hosted by In My House producer T. Carlita. This is a celebration for everyone who's been on the show. It's going to be a great 1-year anniversary party for In My House. So load up the party buses and come get your dance on this Sunday, January 18th, Martin Luther King holiday weekend at the all-new Menjo's Complex, 928 West McNichols, west of Woodward in Detroit. Free admission and a complimentary pasta bar from 8 to 9 p.m. with your donation to keep In My House on the air. We'll see you there. For more info, call 313-516-9548. That's 313-516-9548. Or email inmyhouse65@gmail.com. That's inmyhouse65@gmail.com. We'll see you at Menjo's this Sunday.
That is, who was that guy on there with them brown eyes? I was like, oh, shoot. See, there you go. Look at it. Woo, shucks now. All right, now.
Y'all making me laugh.
What up, Q?
What's going on, Tina? How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm like flabbergasted here. I'm like seeing them eyes in person. Girls, y'all better watch it. Woo, shut now. It's hot up in here for real. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop flirting. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
All right, directions. Yeah. We want to make sure that they can see all of that.
You know,
we don't want no diversions there.
Okay.
All right, let me stop. Seriously. No, I'm just kidding. So you, sir, are, I guess we could say, relatively new to the scene of producing and DJing. Am I correct on that?
Right. I just kind of jumped in this out of necessity to want something different for the dance floor. So.
Okay, sweet. I guess you partied and said, hey, wait a minute, I might could do that. No.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to enough clubs to know what actually moves the crowd. Mm-hmm. And for me, when I at the club, it's the beat and that bass line. Mm-hmm. When you're in a good sound system and it just vibrates in your soul. So it's like, if I can recreate that,
that's awesome.
It might be something to do.
And we just heard, like, when we communicated and you were coming on the show and I started listening to your music, I'm like, what am I going to play? Because you got some really nice stuff. And your SoundCloud and your mixes are tight, too. I just want to say that also.
Thank you.
But, this is the official first anniversary show. So this has kind of like been a very reflective week for me.
Okay.
So when we were coming, I was like, ooh, reflections. And when I listened to it, it was really beautiful. I really like it. And it has some really great potential. I'm sure of it. Yeah. So tell me, what was some of the inspiration behind putting that together? And
I'm actually friends with El Renee.
Okay.
And going back through her catalog, I just felt with her doing her tour stuff, Detroit wasn't really seeing her as much in regards to the club. She has a few songs that are club worthy, but unless you follow El Renee, you don't necessarily know that that's the club joint. Mm-hmm. So my thing was to go back and being excited for her and all of the endeavors that she's embarking on with her new career. I just wanted to go back and let my friend know, hey, look, I'm going to pull back one of your old joints, mm-hmm. and let's do something with it. And I basically wanted to bring back soul to the dance floor. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I think soul is missing. Diana Ross coming back to get Frankie Knuckles for Love Hangover redo. CeCe Peniston coming to get Clavellis and Coles to do finally, and some of those things like that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I want Beyonce to come back and get some real humpers. You know what I mean? I mean, you can do Tisto, that's fine, but we like Beyonce. We like our Beyonce with a little funk on her. So
true.
So I think that's the niche that I'm trying to find, mm-hmm. and establish my sound. Mm-hmm. So I want to come back to actually real song structure where you have chorus, mm-hmm. not just a sample being done overly done by so many other different producers. So I just want to do something. I guess, someone told me I needed to stand out in order to be noticed. So I figured that would be the best way. Right.
Well, we just had, a classic legend, just before you sat down, DJ Trump Tight.
Yeah, that's I got some of his CDs in my crate at home.
Didn't know y'all was gonna be ended up on the same show, so that was so
excited.
cool.
I was so
and
excited.
then we got legendary. I mean, you're in the midst of two legends in the city. You got
I used to tape your mixes off the New Dance Show and the Scene and play them for my older cousins. Hey, what's that song? I figured out a way back in the day. We talking about 83.
Before Shazam, no.
Yeah, way before Shazam, way before burning your own CDs. I figured out a way to record my cassette deck to my VCR so that I can tape just the audio portion of whatever you were mixing, so I could take it back to my cousins. Look, I need this song, I need this song, I need this song. And if they had it in their crate, they would either A, tell me what it was, tell me where to get it, or have one for me. So I mean, it's Hump the Grinder is like, man, you are like my mecca, I'm paying all homage. Y'all don't understand. I'm just saying I got Trump Tight, I got T Carlita and Hump the Grinder. Psh, stop it.
That takes us into, like I said, you're relatively new in this, and you said you got into it for the necessity of bringing it back. So now you're in company with legends. And
I'm still a fan though. You see what I'm saying? I'm in company. And that's the good thing about all of our Detroit DJs in general. They're tangible. You can go up to them and talk to them like real people. It's not like Al Esther would have Beyonce complex, the super diva. You know what I mean? He wouldn't. He's tangible. You can go up to him and say, "Hey, man, that was a good set you did at wherever," and you were there, and now you have that in common where y'all just had that love of music. Yep. So it's
Yep. And one other thing about Al and Esther and all the DJ guys too, like we'll be there in awe as fans.
Exactly.
And then you got to play with them after they finish. But what's the coolest part? When they're done, they're not all Hollywood where they play and book.
Right.
They stay and then you done dance to him, and now they dancing to you, and that's so.
I got so much love from my mixed Bricktown family. Thank you, DJ Linda Carter.
Hello.
Thank you, Earl Mixon McKinney.
Yep.
Thank you, Bruce Bailey, for letting me come and turn it out one Thursday night. Me and my man Gerald Dixon, G Smooth. We did a tag team, and we really had a great time. That was December 18th, I think it was. And we had such an awesome time, and it was like surreal for me because I had Golf Clap in the house that night.
What?
DJ Disc was in the house that night.
Nice.
Who else? Of course, Earl, Bruce.
Was Mike Clark in the house?
Mike Clark, yeah. Mike. Actually, I have a picture next to Mike Clark, and I didn't know who he was until I got the picture downloaded. I had it in my phone. I'm like, who is this big dude with the dreads looking like he was security?
Yeah,
I was like, man, he a big dude. It was like, man, I was intimidated standing next to him.
Oh, he's so sweet though.
But he's a cool guy.
He'll kill you on martial arts though.
Look, he saw that I was a little nervous as the set. I was getting ready to get ready for the set. And he just put his hand around me. He was like, look, man, do you and have fun.
Right.
He gave me 5, and it was just like a big weight was lifted because it was like acceptance from the G's. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hump the Grinder, Trump Tight, all y'all my OGs. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got mad respect, mad love, and I support everything that y'all do because I've been a fan of this because of y'all for so long. So I mean, all my radio DJs. I used to tape the Wizard.
Give me some.
The Wizard.
Yes. We was just I was just talking about him today. It's like, God.
I used to tape the Wizard, and I was just baffled at how his transitions were so fast and just precise. So my dad got into. We went to Chicago. I had to be about 12 years old. And BMX did the Memorial Day, not 4th of July weekend mix, Friday to Sunday, no commercials, just all house.
Right, wow.
My dad got me, like, I want to say, we went to Kmart. And you remember when you could buy cassettes without the hard case, they were just in a bag.
Yeah, and it'd be like about 5 of them.
Like $2. You get 5.
Not dollar store quality. They were the real deal.
TDKs, Max Sales. Yeah.
I got wow. Yeah.
He got me about 3 packs of those cassettes. And
you was a taping ass, weren't you? I
taped from. I fell asleep taping. I woke up turn the tape over, and I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Wow.
They banged house from the time we got there. We got there probably, I want to say, Friday afternoon, and we left like late Sunday.
You had your fill, didn't you?
I OD'd on house. So when I came back to Detroit, you know, we had Planet Rock, we had Kraftwerk, we had Alleys of Your Mind, we had No UFOs, you know, but we didn't have that hump that Chicago had.
True.
So I had to look for that. Few family members, you know, traveling back and forth to Chicago would, you know, trade records with other DJs and things like that. So that's how I kind of got into house, but I didn't know exactly what it was until I got an opportunity to visit Record Time. And this is before 10 Mile and Gratiot. This is before the Roseville store. They had a little store, which is a nail salon right now, off of 9 Mile, way out. Quarter records on the floor. No one knows about it unless you're from Detroit. You know, this is a Detroit thing. Detroit DJs represent quarter records on the floor. You had racks. You had the $8.99 imports on the wall. Couldn't afford those because I only got $5 a week for allowance. So I would take my $5, and my dad would allow me to catch the bus. He would give me bus fare, but I could use my $5 however I wanted. So I caught the bus to Record Time. And
got them quarter records.
And got them quarter records.
So do you still have? I know you still got some of them.
I still got. Well, see, back then I was doing hip hop, so
okay. Oh, that's why you said you didn't know what you was.
I knew I had to go get something. So, funny back then, Mike Huckabee was working in the 12-inch room.
Oh wow.
Mike Huckabee, DJ Dangerous. Those guys were working in the 12-inch room. So I heard some of the stuff. You know, they had turntables so you could practice on. Yeah. Or at least play the music that you were gonna buy. And that's the only record store in the city that I believe that allowed you to kind of open those vinyls and test it before you can kind of try it before you buy it, which was kind of cool. So they allowed me to kind of break my chops in the 12-inch room on the weekends, and I really kind of spent hours up there just watching those guys in awe. So it was just
that's what's up. Yeah. So I want to congratulate you for breaking in the business.
Thank you.
Coming with some quality music that we can listen to.
I'm hoping I can have more.
Oh yeah. Actually you do. You have another one, and it was so hard for me to pick and choose which one to play. Right. So I do want to congratulate you on another track that you just put out called Wait a Minute. Okay. Hitting the charts. You guys check it out, find them, and you're going to give your contact information now.
JQ Morgan on Facebook. Or you can look for me on any social media platform available. JGB Detroit. Gerald Got Beats Detroit. JGB Detroit. I don't want to give out my phone number because I don't want the people stalking me and stuff like
Lord.
that.
Yeah, them eyes gonna have them girls going crazy. Y'all just look for him on the internet and pretend like you're talking to him. Hit him up on the inbox. He might inbox you back. At least you know what he looks like. So when you inbox him, you know you're really talking to him.
Exactly. And I will respond. Definitely. I definitely appreciate all my support. The supporters, Australian supporters. I have London supporters. UK, some Asia support. I have a lady in Poland, and she has a hotel that she wants me to keep. She keeps sending me the brochure to her hotel because she wants me to come there. I don't know what that's about, but shout out to the lady in Poland.
You're young, son. No, but that's all right. But
one more shout out.
This is important.
This is News Bulletin Film at 11. I definitely got to give a shout out to my man Tyrone Spencer. Oh yeah. DJ Suspense from DC. Yes, my man is he's on fire too. He is blazing. He's giving me a lot of insight in regards to how to comfortably come in as opposed to just not having a plan and trying to jump in it.
Good.
So
he was on here too, taking his shirt off and stuff.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna ask you to take your shirt off. We already playing with your eyes.
Yeah,
That's good enough.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get ready to. On the flip side, we're going to go to a quick commercial, you know, because the party is Sunday, so we got to promote it, like, throughout the entire show, you know.
Yep, the next 100. The next 100.
You already know. So we're going to listen to the commercial, and then I will be back to close out. You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Live from Detroit, Michigan, this Sunday night, January 18th, Martin Luther King holiday weekend, it's the 1-year anniversary party for the Techno music show In My House at the all-new Benjo's Complex, 928 West McNichols in Detroit. Doors open at 8 p.m. and it's free admission. Donations are accepted at the door. Come get your dance on with some of the hottest party DJs. DJ Didi, DJ Reggie Reg TM, Raybone Jones, Derek Thompson aka Drivetrain with MC 6-4, and Stacy Hot Wax Hale. Hosted by In My House producer T. Carlita. This is a celebration for everyone who's been on the show. It's going to be a great 1-year anniversary party for In My House. So load up the party buses and come get your dance on this Sunday, January 18th, Martin Luther King holiday weekend at the all-new Benjo's Complex, 928 West McNichols, west of Woodward in Detroit. Free admission and a complimentary pasta bar from 8 to 9 p.m. with your donation to keep In My House on the air. We'll see you there. For more info, call 313-516-9548. That's 313-516-9548. Or email inmyhouse65@gmail.com. That's inmyhouse65@gmail.com. We'll see you at Benjo's this Sunday.
Well, all right. It has been a anniversary show for you for sure. I want to thank DJ Trump Tight, TZ in the building still, JQ for coming on, and I also want to give a great huge shout out to Sound Dimensions, Mark Duncan. He is about to bring the sound to the party this Sunday. He's bringing some extra boom. He gonna turn Benjo's out sound-wise for sure. So set your electronic devices for next week when my in-studio guest is Deep House Sessions' own DJ Disc. He is coming back in the house. He was here last year and he's got a few more things that he wants to talk about. So he's gonna come back and do a little show and tell, of course. And so I'm a little sentimental, reflective, so I have a lot to say before we close out of here. So as I close this first episode, which actually, like I said, it does mark the first anniversary on this exact Wednesday, to be exact, the second Wednesday in January. I'm always greatly appreciative for, and I will love forever my lifelong brothers, and I would say from other mothers, Mike Banks and Mike Clark, for being my very first guests here when we started. They came, they give me their full support, they give me much blessings to keep this show and a lot of support, and I love those guys forever. Those are my true brothers, and I'm so excited to see this day. A year ago I didn't know where it was going, but I was still confident, and here we are again. And I appreciate everyone who made the first year possible, from encouragement, motivation, and most of all for telling your true stories and providing great music, because that's what we do in the house, right? And when I asked them to be part of the show, they didn't hesitate. They were right there, either in person, behind the scenes, whatever I needed. I really appreciate everybody. It's like far too many people to name, but you all know who you are. And I truly want to say that live on the air, because y'all don't see me write it on Facebook, so I figure I should say that in person. And Also, there's been many exchanges through Facebook, countless phone conversations, you name it. Hey, it's what it is. And this year I actually learned so much more, about the industry again. And, it took me back to the days, and this show, you all know, is dedicated to the memory of my late husband, Derek Jamerson Sr. And it actually reminded me of the days when I used to go with him to Heavens and Times Square and I would say many other obscure locations, because he had to do what he called research to understand, the culture and the dynamics of, what he was getting into as well. And those were fun days back then. So this year kind of really took me back down memory lane, and I appreciate that. And this first year has just been an extension of my passion as a journalist. And it also created a platform for me to have complete control and creative freedom of how the show was going to operate, what was going to be on it. And most importantly, it gave me a chance to remind the world of how beautiful Detroit is and how much talent that still exists and comes out of this city, Detroit, Michigan, USA, and, around the world. Everybody still loves Detroit. And this year was a great reminder and a great reflective moment for that. And this year also reminded me of how much love for Detroit, that the world has. And it also reminded me that people that live here still love Detroit as much as I do. So I'm looking forward to what the future has in store for this show. And lots of planning and plenty of, as I say, keeping the wheels spinning, will be happening this year as well. So, and also, once again, Maurizio Dami, aka Alexander Robotnik, you know what? This is priceless right here. This is absolutely priceless, and I totally appreciate you for this. And I guess this validates me for being an official international, huh? No. So this is T. Carlita. I am your producer and your host, and by the grace of God, I will continue to keep coming to you live from Detroit, Michigan, inside these studios of WHPR 88.1 FM. I appreciate RJ Watkins for even providing a place where I can be me and do me. So you know what? You guys need to come out and celebrate with me this Sunday at Minjo's. Don't let the place fool you. It's about to be banging in the house. Trust and believe, because Mark Duncan is about to bring some extra. So be there or be square. That's what we used to say back in the day. So come hang out. It's free. Donations are accepted at the door to just keep the show going for another year. And I'm happy to be here for you. I'm happy to provide and keep bringing and keep sending that music. All right. So in the meantime and in between time, it is what it is. And I want you all to listen to these last few bars of I Changed My Mind by Chris Simmond. See you next week. Actually, I better see you on Sunday. How about that? I'm going to be dancing too. I'm going to just tell y'all that right now. Peace.